Hi all, welcome to JJ's Gaming Corner. This video is something I have been working on for a while. As it's the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, I would like to go back and play some of the older games, starting with FireRed and going on from there. This is going to show my age, but I have been a fan of Pokemon since 1999, when the anime was released, then followed the trading cards and then the Game Boy games, not in that particular order. Looking back, it was absolutely huge. And every one of my friends had the game's trading cards and stickers. You name it, we had it all. It was the talk of the playground, from battling each other to trading. I have many fond memories playing Pokemon, and I have my mum to thank for it all, as she was the one who bought it all for me. I was never spoiled, but was grateful for what we could afford. Fast forward to 2003. We got some devastating news. My mum had been diagnosed with terminal cancer and was given about a year to live. This rocked our world, and for a long time I was lost and didn't know what to do, or how to prepare myself for the inevitable. As the year rolled on, I was increasingly drawn to all the things that I loved as a child. My mum introduced me to a lot of these things. She was the one who brought me the consoles and games, the books, but I struggled with them, so she went to the library and borrowed audiobooks. And how can I forget the toys? These changed my life. So did getting the games, the trading cards, and the sticker albums. I was obsessed with Pokemon, among other things, which videos will be coming soon. I had a rough childhood, as my dad was a very authoritarian parent. Everything had to be his way. I was terrified of 5 o'clock when he would come home from work, always in a mood, and never any encouragement, never doing anything right. I was never good enough, were the things I was regularly told on a daily basis. But the games, the books, the cards were my escape. So when my mum passed away in 2024, to say I was devastated was an understatement. I didn't know what to do or how to combat the grief and the depression. But it also taught me that I had how to live. And if you love something, don't be afraid to show it, no matter what anyone else says. So going back to summer 2024, my wife and my daughter, not so much my daughter at this point as she was 2, we started to collect Pokemon cards again. I was also able to start playing video games again. This has evolved now that my daughter is a little older into family hobbies. It's amazing to see her little face light up when she's opening her packs, or we all play Bluey together, not knowing what she's going to get in her packs, but just so happy to open them, just like I used to as a child. It got me thinking how I used to be opening packs and playing my first Pokemon game. This is why I would like to play through the first Pokemon game I ever played, which was Pokemon FireRed. So I hope you can understand this is part of my healing process. I know I'm playing through Pokemon FireRed, but I do like the updated graphics. The idea of this whole series is to beat the final boss with the Pokemon I enjoy the most. Some might surprise you, I doubt it though. I won't spoil who I choose, but sit back and relax, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's choose the first Pokemon we're going to get. So the first one's Bulbasaur. It's my third favourite out of the 3 starter Pokemon. I've never really been a fan of it, to be honest, like the evolution line. I'm probably doing it a bit of a disservice, but it's not my favourite. The second one's Squirtle. Again, it's close to my favourite, but it's not there. Do think Blastoise looks absolutely fantastic, but it's not my favourite. So obviously the third one we're going to choose, and the one we're going to choose is going to be Charmander for the Charizard. So growing up, when it first became popular, Charizard was the best Pokemon, hands down. I will fight you in the comments and I will die on this hill. So let's get on with the adventure. So I just want to explain where we're going to take the series whilst we're just playing through the first little bit. I was going to do a full feature length episode of like a movie, a film type series where everything was scripted and it was like a story driven thing, but I don't think I am ready for that at the moment, and I don't think I would be able to do that justice. The confidence isn't amazing at the moment. It's getting there, and I'll explain a little bit later on. But I just thought that what we'd do is explain the series, what the series is going to be, when you can expect it, and things like that. So when can you expect it? The plan is to upload it at 4 o'clock every Friday for as long as the series continues. My aim for the series is for us to battle our way up to the Elite Four using some of my favourite Pokemon along the way. So at the beginning, the team isn't going to be the ones that we go to the Final Four with, the Elite Four. It's going to be some of the favourites that I use and I use growing up. So if I don't use your favourite Pokemon, I don't mean anything by it. These are the ones that I used growing up and loved growing up, should I say, as well. I know it's a harder task with Brock using Charmander, but the way I like to play it is I'll get my Pokemon that I choose and I catch along the way, which you'll see in the episode, which I don't want to spoil just yet. I'll get them to level 10, so that's what we're going to see in this episode. And the reason I'm recording it this way is because, as I said in my previous video, it might not be out yet actually, I do have a stammer, so I do struggle like keeping the sentence flowing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm editing it as I'm talking, which again helps the flow of the video and I don't lose track all the time. So the way I'm going to edit it is I'm going to speed up all the boring parts, like the grinding, getting the levels and everything, and the important stuff and the important battles, that's where I'll slow it down and we'll talk through the battles and my strategy and my thought process. I'm probably going to be the most frustrating playthrough ever because I am not anywhere, shape or form near the best player of these Pokemon games. I battle, I use the fight, I use the attacks, and that is it. If you want to give me some tips in the comments, that would be brilliant. How to use like special attacks, like the special potions and stuff, then please do. But other than that, that's how we're going to try and play it like I used to do. So if you'll allow me, I'd love to talk a bit about the intro. Yeah, so obviously my mum passed away in October 2024, and she was a massive inspiration for me with everything that I used to love. And I'm trying to get back to where I was. I don't know if I'm ever going to get there, but I'm trying my best. And as this came to me, this idea of the channel came to me into probably last October in 2025. I think around that time. And it's taken me a while to get here and set up because we moved house. I needed to get away from where we lived because we lived that's like a street, like a 10-second walk from our house, and that was quite painful every day. But now we're settled where we are. I'm not going to tell you where we are, but we're settled where we are. I've got a nice setup. I'm getting my retro stuff sorted. I've got the next gen stuff already. So we're just going to have fun with the channel. I have no expectations of the channel other than just to have fun and upload the videos. And it's blown my mind how quickly the channel has actually grown. I started uploading on the 7th of just January, and at this point we've got 29 subscribers. One of my shorts has hit 1,700 views. So it's gone amazing. It's going amazing, and I can't thank you guys enough for the support. It means the world to me, and that's what's building my confidence up to be able to do something like this and do this and edit the videos the way I am and talk the way I am. It's just amazing. Yeah, so thank you so much, and I hope you continue to watch, and I hope you enjoyed this series. So we're coming up to the bit where I make a mistake, where I was going to try and catch Mankey to join the team, but I walked too far and I encountered Gary. As you can see, I have a level 6 Pidgey, and then I have a level 8 Charmander, and obviously he's pulled out his level 9 Pidgey and his level 9 Squirtle, and I was bricking it. I thought this is going to be the first loss. It's the first main battle. I've walked into it blind. I've made a mistake. I've ruined the series before it's even begun. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to let you sit and watch it. yeah, so that was one of the closest things I could have ever started with the series, I think. But luckily we got through it. The next part of the video is we go find Mankey, and then we go off to train them to level 10. I don't know if you're going to want to see it, or I should just speed the footage up like I've done for the first little bit. But that's where the episode will end, is when we get to level 10 with the 3 Pokemon, the Charmander, Pidgey and Mankey. These are the ones that I want to take into Viridian Forest. We all know what's in Viridian Forest, I think, if you've played the games before. So a Pokemon from Viridian Forest is hopefully going to join the team. It might take me a while because the spawn rate isn't great, I don't think. Or it wasn't when I played it last. So let's sit back and let's do the grind. So I'm planning to make this a little bit of a Pokemon series for the 30th anniversary. So, like I said, the first one's going to be Pokemon FireRed, and then I would like to go on to Crystal, if anybody would like to see that. Some of my favourite Pokemon are from this generation. The 3 legendary birds, obviously Charizard's one. I'm not going to say too much else because it might ruin the team for later on, but I get in like Gen 2, it's the legendary dogs. I absolutely love those. There is a few more again. Not going to ruin it for that. I'm not going to use as many Gen 1s in the next series, but we'll get through this one first, and then we'll start looking at the second Gen games. If there's anything else you want to see Pokemon wise, put them down in the comments. We all collect Pokemon cards. Could do pack openings in the future if that's something you're interested in. We could review episodes or just talk about what's going on in general with everything. What I intend to do again, with these episodes is have like Q&As. If you want to know anything more about me, please put them in the comments. I'm happy to answer most things. There's a few things I won't answer at the moment as we're just growing the channel, but yeah, I'll put them in the comments. I will answer them if I feel they're appropriate. Also, coming in the next couple of weeks, we're going to start our Harry Potter playthrough on the PlayStation 2 with the Philosopher's Stone, as it's the 25th anniversary of that film coming out, the Philosopher's Stone coming out, which is unbelievable. That's starting in a couple of weeks, and I'll put more information out about that closer to the time. So in the comments section below, tell me what your favourite Pokemon are. Because obviously there's 1,024 at the moment Pokemon that's released. So yeah, it'd be interesting to get your guys' favourite Pokemon if you could. And give me your favourite memories or your first memories of Pokemon as well. Tell me those. It'd be interesting to read them. See if they're the same as mine, or because I was out of the hobby for Pokemon for probably 25 years. I'd say I grew out of it when all my friends did, and it wasn't until what happened in 2024 happened. That's why I got back into it, and I'm enjoying it because my daughter can get involved with it now. She's getting older. My wife does it with us, which is like a family hobby thing, and it's just amazing. So I got back into it, like I said, in 2024. I just think it's fantastic for the whole family, and that's why we enjoy doing it together. And I recently got a Switch, so I could play Pokemon Let's Go, and I've played through that, and that was brilliant. And that was another reason why I wanted to do this series again, because I enjoy playing that. And I just thought, yeah, let's just go all guns ho with Pokemon, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. I'm also listening to a series called A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. I've just recently watched the final series on Netflix, and I decided to go back and listen to the books, which was narrated by Tim Curry, and he's absolutely out of this world. Is Tim Curry? It's so good. It's so funny. Other things I like, I love anything J.K. Rowling. I know she were a hot topic a few years ago, but if it wasn't for her, then I wouldn't be sitting here now. I love a Harry Potter series, and I absolutely adore the Cormoran Strike series, detective series. Fantastic. I used to listen to Anthony Horowitz when I grew up. I've recently got back into his murder mystery stuff, which is fantastic. Like I said, J.R.R. Tolkien. Just recently listened to Andy Serkis's performance of The Lord of the Rings, and again blew me away. So we've rewatched. Me and my wife rewatch the extended editions every year. Same with Harry Potter. We love anything like that. So yeah, that's what we're into. If there's anything else game wise you want to see on the PC that you think I'd enjoy, please put it down in the comment section below. Also, any games you want to see played again from any console, just let me know, and I'll see what we can do with those. So yeah, I'm gonna just finish the episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like, share, and comment. And if you want to see the next episode, please put the notification bell on so you don't miss an episode. The support has been outstanding, amazing. I can't thank you enough. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. So I hope you're all well, and we'll see you later.